Well, hello, everybody. I got a doozy for you. Meet my chicken nugget, my Dino Chicken Nugget. There's tons of paid patterns for this on all different sites, and to find a free pattern for these is just about impossible until mine. Now, this pattern that I took bits and pieces from lots of free videos that I found. Probably a good 20 pieces from 20 different videos. So this is like a combination of all the free videos that I could find on the large dinosaurs, and I condensed it to a small one. So no, I did not buy one pattern for the dinosaurs. I took a long time trying to figure out how to do it. And this is my dino. He is cute. He's actually not that hard. He does take a little time, but there he is. You're going to have a video for a free pattern for a chicken nugget. All right, so the yarn that I chose to use was, let me scroll if I can, you guys are so close to my video, my camera. I used Yarn Inspirations Bernat blanket yarn. And that's what the dino was made out of. This color in particular is called burnt mustard. But for vision purposes, I'm just using regular yarn because I want you to be able to see my stitches, because that yarn is very hard to see your stitches in. So I'm just using beige Red Heart Super Saber yarn. Now, if you use the same yarn that I used to Bernat blanket, I used a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, and you will also need some darning needles, and I do highly recommend a stitch marker because it's just going to be your friend. I used a regular stitch marker to get started. Then I used one of these ones that come in and out of the yarn. Pretty easy. You will need a pair of scissors. And we're going to jump into this because this does take a little bit of time. It's not that hard, but I just want to make sure you guys got it. That's it. No more, no less. And like I said, this is my pattern. It's not perfect, but the nice thing about this is that your counts are off by 1 or 2. Don't sweat it, because when I do this, if I'm off by 1 or 2, I'm not going to sweat it. I do not have a written pattern for this particular video, but if I get enough interest in it, I might be convinced to do a written part for it, which will be new territory for me. So the Bernat blanket yarn, it breaks easy. So to start this pattern with a magic circle, magic ring, is probably darn impossible, because every time you try to pull tight, it will snap. So this is why I start the way I start. I start like I'm going to do a chain, my slip knot. And I want you to chain, let's bring it in. I want you to chain 2. 1 and 2. Now we're going to go into the first chain. I'm going to make sure I don't go off screen. When you go in your first chain, I want you to go underneath where the bottom part, it's just 1 strand of yarn, not up here where there's 2. Okay, so when you go in there with your needle, well, your crochet hook, I should say, this is where I put my first stitch marker so I know there it is. So I know where my center is. Trust me, in this yarn that you will be using, very easy for that to happen. So in this center, once we crochet 1 single crochet, then I use my stitch marker, this one, and I mark my first stitch because this is working in the rounds. Oh, and you will need a tiny bit of stuffing before I go any further. I apologize about that. So I did 1 in the center, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, once you're done your single crochets, you can take that one that was marking the center one out. Okay. So that's row 1. Next row, I want you to put 2 single crochets. Am I going off camera? I want you to put 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay. So I'm going to go in my first one, take my stitch marker out, put in 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, put my stitch marker back in that very first one, and then I'm going to continue to put 2 in each stitch. And 2 in my last one here. All right. Row 3. I'm going to put in 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches. So this is 1. Oh, I'm grabbing something I don't want to grab. It's 1. And 2. 1 in the first 2 ones. Then the next 3 stitches we're going to do 3 half double crochet increases. So that's 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and one more time, 2 half double crochets in the next. And then you're going to do 1 single crochet in the remaining 7 stitches. And 7. But if you only have 6, don't stress. This is not a stressful pattern at all. So the next 3 rows, you're putting 1 crochet in each stitch. So you can do 3 rows, take your thing out, or you can just count 45 single crochets and then stop. And that's what I'm going to do. So I will meet you around, like I said, it's 1 single crochet 3 times around. It's 15 stitches each one. So you do 45, or you can do your 3 rows. Okay. You can pop it around if you want, pop it out for you. Okay. So now we're going to start doing some decreases. So it'll be 1 single crochet, Put your stitch marker on there. Grabbing wrong hooks, 1 single crochet. Then in the next one, now on this one I'm doing an invisible decrease. You can do a regular decrease, but the invisible decrease is grabbing the front loop on the next, and then going over and grabbing the front loop on the next stitch. Grab yarn and come through and wrap and go through. Okay, so then the next stitch again is a regular stitch. Then you want to decrease again. And then regular stitch. Then you decrease. Regular stitch. Regular single crochet. And then decrease. And a single crochet. And you should end on a decrease, but if you don't, it's okay. All right, the next row I want you to just do 1 single crochet in each stitch. Now if you guys are counting rows, we should be on row 8. Okay, here's my first one. Eight, 9, and 10. Okay. If you're keeping count, you should have 10 stitches. And if you want to start adding a little stuffing to this, you are more than welcome, a little at a time, because the opening can get quite narrow for you. But it's up to you if you want to yet or not, okay? All right. So I'm going to show you row 9, but rows 9 and 10 are exact same thing, okay? So the first 5 stitches, we're going to do 5 half double crochets. Two, 3, 4, and 5. And then the last 5 stitches, we're going to do 5 slip stitches, but please let me warn you, make your slip stitches on the looser side. If you make them too tight, you're going to struggle, and that's from experience. So 5 slip stitches, but loose slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we do that one more time. 5 half doubles. Two, 3, 4, and 5, and then 5 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. All right. We're chugging along. Okay, round 11. 3 single crochets. So I'm going to do my first. I'm going to put my stitch marker right on in there. One, 2, and 3, and then a decrease. And remember, I'm doing my invisible decreases, so I grab the front loop of the next stitch, the front loop of the next one, I wrap, I go through the 2 loops, then I wrap again and go through. Okay. All right. So then in the next 3 stitches, do 1 single crochet. 1, 2. Remember I warned you about these slip stitches. And 3. Then last 2 and decrease. And there. Okay. All right. Round 12 and 13 again are the same. So what we're going to do is the first 2 stitches, 2 slip stitches. Please make them loose. 1 and 2. The next 4 stitches, half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in the last 2 stitches, just slip stitch. 1 and 2. Now we do that again. First 2 stitches, slip stitch. 1, 2. Now 4 half doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 slip stitches. 1 and 2. All right. The next 2 rows is matching single crochet to single crochet. So go around once, 1 each, then go around again, 1 each. Now remember, 1 single crochet in every stitch, including your slip stitches. Okay, I will see you at the end of these 2 rows. Okay, we're chugging along. Row 16. All right, we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And in the next stitch, we're going to do an increase. So that's 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And 2. And in the next stitch, 1 single crochet. The next stitch, let's increase. 1 and 2. Next stitch, 1. Next stitch, increase. One, and then last one, increase. Okay. Row 17. Guess what? Halfway done. Do 17. There's only 34 rows. You got this. All right. Next stitch. 1 single crochet. Next row, increase. 1 single crochet, increase. And that's what you do all the way around, and I'll meet you around. Okay, row 18 will be 1 single crochet, increase in the next, then 1 single crochet in the next 2, then an increase. One crochet in the next 2, and an increase. Single crochet in the next 2, an increase. Crochet in the next 2, 1 each, an increase. One in the next 2, increase, and then just 1 in the last stitch. Okay. Row 19, we're going to do a piggy toe. You guys ready for a piggy toe? I am. I want you to put in 1 single crochet in the next 15 stitches. 13, 14, and 15. In the next stitch, I want you to put 5 trebles. A treble is you wrapping your hook twice. Put in 5 trebles in that one stitch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Pull your loop, count back to 5. Put your crochet hook top of the very first treble, and take your working loop, put it back on, and go through. And then chain 1. You're going to need that chain 1, so don't forget it. And then 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Rows 20, 21, and 22, you're going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch, but we'll go around 1 so you can see how you go around that foot. So I'm going to put 1 single crochet in. Put my stitch marker in there. Let's rock. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, that chain 1 that you did at the end, go right in there. And that should be stitch 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. 23 stitches. Can you do that 2 more times? Meet you back. Okay. Now, on the blanket yarn, this will look a lot neater and nicer, but that's okay. So now, we're going to repeat row 19 to do the other foot. Okay? So, it's 15 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So in the next stitch, you're going to put in 5 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull your loop up, go back to the first treble, put your hook in there, put your working hook back, loop back on, go through, chain 1, and 1 single crochet in the last 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and should be 8, but guess what? And this is where I'm going to show you. It doesn't matter. Truth be told. Okay, row 24. I just want you to put in 1 single crochet in every stitch. When you go around the foot, make sure you put in 1 single crochet in that chain 1 spot. That is my Moo crying to get out. Today is the 4th of July, and he's all over the place with what he wants to do because he's hearing noises, he's smelling food from every direction. He is out of sorts because he just wants to be everywhere. So the Moo is going a little I want to be everywhere kind of mood today. Hear him? And then remember, when you get to the foot, just put 1 single crochet in under that foot. You're definitely going to need it. Okay. Now, next row, we're going to put in 4 single crochets and then do a decrease. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm doing my invisible decrease. 4. There. And then again 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're not counting, now we're on row 26. Row 26 is just 1 single crochet in every stitch. And I will meet you around. Okay, on to row 27. Look how cute he's looking now. Got his head bent here and doing his body, did his leggies. All right, row 27. The first 3 are 1 single crochet in the first 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do a decrease, okay? Again, I'm doing my invisible. You can do a normal. It's up to you. And that's the pattern for this row. So it's 3 single crochets and 1 in each next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And then a decrease. Then 1 single crochet, next 3 stitches. 2 and 3. And then a decrease. One, 2, and 3. So if you have 2 stitches left, do another decrease, but if you're missing a stitch like me, just do 1 more single crochet. It's okay, you're allowed to be off. Row 28 is you're crooked here, is 1 single crochet in each stitch. So it's 1 single crochet in every stitch. Now, again, you are welcome to stuff these as you go along, so you don't have to worry about the neck, but this is a demo. That's why I'm not using filling and stuff in them. But totally your call. And if you worry about his neck, if his neck is a little droopy for your happiness, you can always bend a pipe cleaner in half and put it in there as you're stuffing him. That will keep his head a little more stable for you. All right. Row 29. We're going to decrease. Oops. First stitch is a decrease. It's my kids barking. Guess somebody's home. And then single crochet in the next 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and do a decrease in the next 2. 1 and 2. And my stitch marker fell out. That's why I'm getting all confused. And I'm gonna guess 1, 2, and maybe 3. I apologize, my stitch marker fell out. Let me see how many stitches we got here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. You should have 12. Let's go with that, okay? The next row, I want you to do 1 single crochet. And do a decrease. Probably after this row, I'm going to do normal decreases because it's getting tight. And then 1 single crochet in the rest. And there. Now, the next row, we're going to do 1 single crochet, and do a decrease, one single crochet, and do a decrease, one single crochet, and do a decrease, and do 1 single crochet in the last 2. The next row, I want you to just do 1 single crochet in each. I'm going to just start counting because the stitch marker is becoming hard. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches. Okay. You might want to, right now, before you do any more, finish stuffing him as much as you can. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we'll do a decrease. And 1 single crochet in the rest of them. And 7. Okay. And do a decrease. And do another decrease. And then you should be able to tie off. And there is your chicken nugget dinosaur. You can cut and then hide your tail. But there is your chicken nugget dinosaur. And this is what it will look like in your blanket yarn. I can't wait to see yours. We are on wipandchain, wipandchain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you fun crochet tutorials. If you enjoyed this, can you please hit that subscribe button at the bottom and like, and come find us on Facebook. Until our next tutorial, everybody, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.